coming up, American University's basketball team fans are thrilled about March Madness as their men's basketball team prepares for the big dance. Students are lining up right now for tickets.
And say goodbye to rest stops. Find out why travelers might need to get plenty of rest if they plan on driving through Virginia. This requires news stats right now. Good afternoon, I'm Ina Arnaudova.
And I'm Amanda Marr. American University's men's basketball team is headed to Philadelphia to play in the 2009 NCAA tournament this Thursday at the Wachovia Center. American is selling tickets at 4:30 p.m., but today's dreary weather is not stopping die-hard fans. Chung Woo has more.
Students started lining up as early as 7 this morning. They're trying to get tickets for the NCAA men's basketball tournament on this Thursday. It is less than 40 degrees Fahrenheit, but students express their love and support for the Eagles through their actions.
This is the NCAA shirt that I got last year at the tournament in Birmingham, Alabama, and I thought I would wear it in honor of them going back to the NCAA tournament.
The tickets will be $75 per person. They will go on sale this afternoon at 4:30. AU will provide a bus to take students to Philadelphia for the game. The bus will leave at 1:30 on Thursday. Tickets are limited and will be sold on a first-come, first-served basis. As a result, students who don't want to miss the game have to be an early bird.
I had terrible dreams last night that we were going to get here at 7 a.m. and there was going to be a line long enough to not be able to get a ticket. So to be here and be the first in line is really surprising and just feel really lucky.
This is the second time American University will fight in the NCAA tournament. Although they have to wait for another couple of hours, students think it's worth it. This is Chung Woo for District Wire News.
While Virginia might be banning smoking in bars and restaurants, one university in D.C. is banning smoking on its entire campus. Kate Menechino has more.
George Washington University's campus in downtown D.C. looks pretty smoke-free on this weekday morning, but some students want to make sure it stays that way. 3 GW graduate students started a chapter of the group Campuses for Clean Air last semester to convince the university to ban smoking on its campuses. Some students support the idea, others are against it, but everyone is wondering how GW would enforce the policy on a campus so urban it has a Starbucks in its library. Some people think this is a chance for GW to take a stand against smoking, but most don't believe the university would be able to enforce a ban on outside smoking in a campus filled with public sidewalks.
I think it more has to do with the statement the school's making about smoking and less to do with the actual enforcement.
I don't think it's necessarily the type of policy that's meant to be enforced. It's more meant to stand as a statement.
So far, Campuses for Clean Air only has 13 people that have signed its online petition. Reporting from Washington, D.C., this is Kate Menechino.
A new report that will be issued by D.C. health officials this week claims that almost 3,000 of every 100,000 people living in the district have HIV or AIDS. While this is an undesirable figure, there is still hope. According to the report, more people are being diagnosed early. There are free HIV tests at several places in D.C., and schools are teaching classes on sex education.
Kitchens that provide food to low-income people are trying to work around higher food prices. The D.C. Central Kitchen has teamed up with local farmers to buy discounted vegetables. The kitchen is offering certain dishes fewer times a week because their ingredients have become more expensive. The price of cheddar cheese, for example, is 12% higher than last year. Thus, the kitchen's 5,000 clients are eating macaroni and cheese less often.
Metro's board of directors is working on a list of projects to ensure federal funding from President Obama's economic stimulus plan. Riga Galina reports.
In this time of economic hardship, the board of directors at the WAMTA want to be eligible for federal funding. While ridership is up in the district, Metro is working with local government officials to create a funding plan. The initiative includes expanding security systems and disaster recovery for the population of 3.4 million people it serves.
Also in the plan is equipment repair and maintenance.
Metro riders also hope to see a change. The funding would aid in much-needed improvements on the metro system that serves 86 stations and 106 miles of track.
I would like to see the metro running 24/7, number one. I think it should be. And just improvement with inside the cars. You know.
I don't know, maybe more drivers and trains so that they have less time in the slower hours.
Due to the budget shortfall, Metro is considering cutting hundreds of jobs in both train and bus service. Reporting from Washington, D.C., this is Rita Galina.
Next time you plan a road trip, make sure there are plenty of places to stop along the way. Virginia is getting rid of most rest stops to save money. Sarah Reddington has more.
If you are planning on taking a trip through Virginia, make sure to use the bathroom before leaving. To save money, Virginia's Department of Transportation is closing a majority of their rest stops. They are planning on closing 25 of 41 rest stops along the 325 miles of Interstate 81 by 2010. Virginia estimates by closing these rest stops, they will save $12 million, which they hope will help fix their $2.6 billion budget deficit. Most of the closings are areas that already have places for drivers to stop, such as towns with gas stations.
Restrooms are good for travelers, especially when they're going long distances and they don't really know where the next one is going to be. But still, I think they can just go into towns to use restrooms.
With the number of stops being reduced, there are some serious safety issues. Tired drivers who have no place to stop and continue driving could be a danger to themselves and other drivers on the road, especially truck drivers who stop to sleep at these rest areas.
The last 45 minutes or so I've been in traffic and it's been a slow go, and I was looking for a place to stop, and I think if it hadn't been for this place, I may have just had to pull over to the side of the road because there are not a lot of rest stops as it is, and I think if they closed more, it might be, it's a little bit scary.
Closing the 25 rest stops, it will eliminate the jobs of 1,000 full-time employees that work there during the day and night.
By June of this year, Virginia will already be eliminating 450 jobs for rest stop employees. Reporting from Virginia, I'm Sarah Reddington.
Coming up, privacy questions. Is this a case of Big Brother? Google is now using new tactics to find out who you are and what you want. We'll explain straight ahead.